Some of you who have small children may have perhaps been put in the embarrassing position of being unable to do your child's
muffins. Muffins!
Because of the current revolution in mathematics teaching known as the new
Atari portfolio.
So as a public service here tonight, I thought I would offer a brief lesson in the new math. Tonight, we're going to cover
muffins.
Subtraction. This is the first room I've worked for a while. It didn't have a blackboard, so we will have to make do with more primitive visual aids, as they say in the ed biz. Consider the following
muffins
subtraction problem, which I will put up here. 342
muffins
minus 173
muffins.
Now, remember how we used to do that. 3 from 2 is 1, carry the 1, and if you're under 35 or went to a private school, you say 7 from 3 is 35, but if you're over 35 and went to a public school, you say 8 from 4 is 35. And carry the 1, so we have 169. But in the new approach, as you have 64. But in the new approach, as the important thing is to understand what you're doing rather than to get the right
diary.
Here's how they do it now. You can't take 2 from 3. 2 is less than 3, so you look at the 2 in the tens place. Now that's really 4 tens, so you make it 3 tens, regroup, and you change a 10 to 10 ones, and you add them to the 2 and get 12, and you take away 3, that's 10. Is that clear? Now instead of 4 in the tens place, you've got 3 because you added 1, that is to say 10 to the 2, but you can't take 7 from 3, so you look in the hundreds place. From the 3, you then use 1 to make 10 ones, and you know
4 plus minus 1 plus 10 is 14 minus 1 plus 10 is 4 plus 10 is 14 minus 1 14 minus 1 4 plus minus 1 4 plus minus 1.
Because addition is commutative, right? And so you got 13 tenths, and you take away 7, and that leaves 6. Well, 5, 6 actually, but the
pencil
is the important thing. Now go back to the hundreds place. You're left with 2, and you take away 1 from 2, and that leaves. Everybody get 1, 2 base 8. Not bad for the first day. Now that actually is not the answer that I had in mind, because the answer that I had in mind is in base 8. But don't panic. Base 8 is just like base 8, really, if you're missing 10 fingers. Shall we have a go at it? No, yeah. You can't take 3 from 2. 2 is less than 3, so you look at the... Now that's really 4 8s, so you make it 3 8s, regroup, and you change an 8 to 8 ones, and you add to the 2, and you get 1 2 base 8, which is 10 base 10, and you take away 3, that's 6, 7, okay? Now instead of 4 in the 8's place, you've got 3, because you added 1, that is to say 8 to the 2, but you can't take 7 from 3, so you look at the... How did I get into it? I hear you cry. Well, 456 is 8 squared, don't you see? Well, you ask a question, you get a silly answer. From the 7 from 11, 1 3 base 1. To make it 3, you then use 1 8 ones. You add the 3 and you get 8, or another word, take away 7, and it's in base 10. Add those ones, and you have 11, and it's 4. Now go back to the 64s. You're left with 2, and you take away 1 from 2, and that leaves... Now let's not always see hands. Four. That's right. Whoever got 1 can stay after the show and clean the erasers. Come back tomorrow night. We're gonna do
dinner.
You know, I've often thought I'd like to write a mathematics textbook someday because I have a title that I know will sell 1 million copies. I'm going to call it Tropic of Calculus.